was like, I'm going to do some real research. What was Joe's first show with the band? I sit down, and like 15 minutes before I sat down, Tim Mossberger had sent me a message on Facebook and was like, here's a video of the first song that Joe ever played with them. And here's the
What was the first song?
Wait, let me say, can I say it? Was it New Year's Eve?
It was not New Year's Eve. It was the day before. The night before.
And was Sarah Avett? Was she playing too? She played violin. If it's the Beaches or something.
She did play violin as well. We were playing in Raleigh at Lincoln Theater.
Right.
29th, not the 30th. It was the 29th of December, 2006. I played maybe 3 songs with y'all. Go to Sleep, If It's the Beaches, and Will You Return? I believe. I could be wrong.
Well, because we needed you for that.
Exactly. Oh, and the lowering, he says.
Yeah.
Which, man, there you go. Yeah. Oh, so the story of me standing and playing, it is 100%. It started that day. That was the first time I stood and played was when.
Well, you stood with Bus, with Big Pretty.
No.
A little bit. I thought when I saw you.
I sat on a high stool.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't until I started playing with y'all. For one thing.
You know, I must have had a couple beers that night because I was like, this cello player is levitating.
I was also playing an electric instrument then, which was a big no for the Avett Brothers.
Don't ever bring that around there.
No, you don't want to do that. But, hey.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah. I don't want to watch this. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see. Take whatever you think of. I will go gas up the truck. Back the old love letters up. We will read them when we. I cannot imagine how nervous I must have been right here. No Sarah Avett.
Do you remember that? How well do you remember that, Jeff?
Not at all. God, I mean, my adrenaline must have been just through the roof at that point, to be honest with you. Like, don't remember it even a little. And this is totally something that I'm very used to. I know that adrenaline makes me forget everything just because, like, in the moment, I remember it like I can, like, zero in on it and be, like, super attentive, but then as soon as it's over, it's gone. But I do remember feeling very nervous for that moment. And you notice I'm sitting down. It's a thing. The reason I started standing was because these guys are so freaking crazy on stage. And I just could not contain the energy that they were putting off. And like that was the reason I started standing. And the reason I even knew how to stand and play was because this cellist I went to summer camp with at Interlochen, in 1998, or 97, I got this governor's scholar to attend Interlochen summer program, which was like an 8-week, like super intensive classical camp. And we were walking from one rehearsal to another rehearsal. And this cellist, who's a dear friend of mine, we kept in close touch. Her name's Clarice Jensen. She was walking down from one rehearsal to another next to me. She was playing her cello while we were walking. And I was like, oh my God, how are you doing that? And she showed me how to do that. And so that's the person that I thought about. And that December 29th, 2006, when these guys are going crazy on stage, I'm like, oh, I got to do what Clarice did and play with my cello behind my neck. And that's when it all started. And now I feel like the Avett Brothers should pay for my chiropractic exams because I've got a bad neck.
So this is one of those things that really is, I feel like when you're getting ready to go on stage, you're like, oh my God, I can try this thing. And that's
it didn't even happen that way, Ben. I was on stage and I'm like, I can't sit still right now. I'm going to try this thing.
And you like flash back and you were like, I remember she taught me. Like,
yeah, I totally was like, oh, I could do the thing Clarice did.
That is so awesome.
And I did it and it felt off, but it was okay enough to push through. And that's how it all started. And now I have this weird bump on my shoulder, which Bob knows about too. And my doctor looked at it. He's like, do you need to get that biopsy? I'm like, no, it's doctor. Yeah, I'm like, it's gotten smaller since we haven't been playing shows for the past 4 months.
Well, then you don't need to get a biopsy.
Yeah. He was like,
your cello muscle, Joe, is getting weak.
Cello muscle, yeah.